Hello, yes. Welcome to part 2 by how to make Sans versus Kara part, part 2. So, I said I'm gonna fix the box today, and now this is it. Now you have to make a handler. You know how to make a handler? Where's the handler? This is the handler. Like this mic. Now you put it here. And then once you play it, you'll spawn. See this? I'm holding the handler. Once I click it, see that? So, after that, you click here in the script. Search for a script and then you type wait for 3 and then script the parent.
Every day draws us closer to the next ATV riding season, so the time has come to get updated on the newest arrivals within the manufacturer's lineups, as well as talking about the improvements that the fan favorite models are receiving in the upcoming model year. Let's dive into the technicalities of the new sports and utility models that will be on duty and showing team to working by experiences on the trails of 2020. Subscribe to Automotive Terror 2 channel and ring the bell if you do not want to miss any episodes.
Wala.
Yamaha Presley best-selling recreational and slow down. The competition of this Yamaha is to deal with the indestructible, fuel-injected and liquid-cooled 686cc 4-stroke engine, which was retuned for dynamic recreational riding with strong mid-range power delivery and is controlled by the industry's most durable CVT automatic transmission. This ATV has increased ground clearance, all-wheel engine braking, on-command three-way locking differential, and electric power steering regardless of the trunk. The 2020 Presley lineup is represented by 3 models, EPS Special Edition, and the all-new EPS XTR. The latter 2 get factory-installed Maxxis tires, 1 Pro Vantage 2500 winch, and unique paint schemes. Finally, this model is rewired for the Yamaha Adventure Pro GPS pack, powered by Magellan, which is by far the best GPS and vehicle data tracking unit on the market.
If you don't like to make and you don't know how to make a handler, it will be in the description below.
Polaris Sportsman XP1000
let's see.
The American Polaris enters the 2020 as the first ever manufacturer to build a 55 inches wide ATV. Together with the all-new platform, updated transmission, and 14.5 inches of ground clearance, the Sportsman XP1000S is ready to conquer even the worst terrains. Wider stance provides more stability when entering fast corners or passing deep trails, while the new platform features 30% bigger mainframe tubing and ensures lifelong durability. In addition, the Polaris Sportsman XP1000S gets reinforced Ranger XP front differential and Walker Halflings 2.0 shafts with compression adjustments. By pressing a single button, the driver switches between 3 driving modes, standard, work, and performance. The power is supplied by 952cc ProStar Twin that delivers 89 horsepower. This is enough for the combined 500 pounds cargo and more than 1,700 pounds of towing capacity. The latter, by the way, is supported by a 2-inch receiver hitch that comes standard. Arctic Cat Altera 570 and 700. Since the 1990s, the Arctic Cat has been a well-known brand of the market of all-terrain vehicles. However, when the company was acquired by Textron in 2017, the iconic name was dropped and their entire off-road lineup was either discontinued or rebranded. In 2020, Arctic Cat is returning to the segment, introducing a number of updates to their Altera ATV lineup and once again marketing it
So Russia says it's ready to approve the world's first ever coronavirus vaccine by next week. It will be first offered to frontline healthcare workers, but actually large-scale trials will only begin after the slated approval. That decision is raising widespread concerns that the safety of the vaccine might be compromised in an effort to be the first country in the world to get a vaccine approved. We are going to talk about that. Let's bring in Dr. Bob Lahita. Thank you so much for joining us. So Russia is saying that they have a vaccine that they're ready to use on their frontline medical workers. You know, it's not like we haven't heard misinformation or deceptive things coming out of Russia, but often that's just politics. And the medical communities and scientists, they often rise above the politics, and they're able to work internationally to get something done.
But
so
we don't like chara.
Get your take
Just
on
be
this.
up there.
When you hear a vaccine by next week coming out of Russia, you know,
So you go to script and
sorry,
then
I'm stumbling through my words. So I was going to say, you know,
While?
can you take it seriously? Basically, that's the question.
Yeah, well, Anne Marie, you've hit on a number of very sensitive issues here. First of all, Russia had very, very interesting commentary regarding them being first with Sputnik back in the old days, and now here they are with the first vaccine, and they made that comparison actually. The World Health Organization and the Russian Association of Clinical Research Organizations all protest this incredible departure from standard procedure. And you're right, you made the good point that healthcare and health decisions should be the same around the world. For God's sakes, that's the one thing that all of us in every society should agree on, our own personal health, because we are all the same when it comes down to our bodies, our physiology, our homeostasis, our cells. And so I don't know why
I'll be
you
guys
would go
right
to
back,
phase
guys. I'll
3
be right
off
back.
the bat, which I will read clinical trials where the vaccines are usually given to thousands of people to wait to see how many become infected, and then it's compared with volunteers who receive a placebo. And the trials then determine whether the vaccine protects. Now, we don't know if the Russians are doing that at all. They're apparently bypassing phase 3, or they're working with phase 3 and starting to immunize people at large, particularly healthcare workers. It's not a very good idea. They're about to go into phase 3, so I got this from the Gamaleya Institute of Microbiology and Epidemiology, which says, we're just about to go into phase 3. So it's an unproven vaccine from that standpoint. So it's a crude violation, and I quote here from the Russian Association of Clinical Research Organizations, a crude violation of the very foundation of clinical research, Russian law, and universally accepted international norms. So that kind of gives you an idea of where the Russians
let's try to test these two players again.
And it seems
We will not spawn outside again.
risky to, in a way, basically include frontline healthcare workers in your phase 3 research, because that's sort of what they're doing, even if they're volunteering. I mean, these are people that are already putting themselves at risk, their lives at risk.
Oh my god.
We really, really need.
Let's do things. Again, what? Now guys, welcome boys. This is I am Sans, and that's Kara. Wait, what? This is Kara. This is Sans. Alright, now let's take Kara. Other side again.
Through the lives of the men who want to lead it. The only way you would get an acknowledgement out of Donald that he may have not done it right, you would say, I think my dad would have done that differently. Fred Trump's
Once Kara died.
Your defeat. Provide acknowledge your philosophy.
Now.
Investigation of what drives them.
So Biden, he cares about the institution, which means you have to talk to everybody. He made a point to talk to some of the quote good old boys, the
Why?
good old Democrats even.
Don't say Why
This
Chara
president is
spawned
real
here?
yes. People appreciate a fighter. They appreciate someone that they think is fighting for them.
Chara
Lighting the
spawned
people that took this
there.
girl and raped her brutally.
Bring back the death penalty, the ad says. Donald
Turn off
Trump
the
signs his
restaurant.
name. People don't sign their name to things that they're not proud of.
That served 6 to 13 years before the
And now guys, this is for it should. No, this is not. I was just joking. Now guys, now part 3 is the last one.
Really
For episode.
in a way that seared into memory.
See you guys, and see you forever. Peace.